Calm, baby. Okay. Alpha time. Dragons Crossing, way overdue. First, DeFi Kingdoms pumping. That's exciting. The whole market's pumping. But it's interesting. Gold is like way up. I think the pet feeding, I don't know. So that's been encouraging. I don't know. George tweeting out, Avalanche tweeting out. Dreamer's got stuff in the works. Lots going on. Been excited. Chatted with Dreamer. He's going to be coming on maybe a few times onto the show. Really
Nice.
about that. Here coming up soon. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just coming down the stretch here with Dragons Crossing.
Yes.
You know, got a few days left, so I'm getting into the nitty gritty here. I'm stoked. You know, trying to make that move. Trying to get that best, spot on the leaderboard. You know,
right? It's crazy. People are already wrapping up. So somebody did knock out Franz out of his first place. Got done in 270 quests.
Wow.
Yeah. So, okay. So I've totally wrecked myself left, right, and center. So I wanted to go over some strategies I've kind of noticed a little bit. So, okay. So, first of all, real quick, let's just take a quick peek again at this leaderboard. So, this is my first hero.
Franz is already in here.
Oh, baby. Franz. Dude. So I was just gonna say Bogside chats. I just watched them again, once again. Franz wasn't there, the gifted one, the gifted podcaster. But it was another absolute epic show last night with Guy Kid, Matty Pesk, and they had on Wowee. Wowee he had the man himself, Workhorse, Pervy Sage, baby, and Hubert. Okay, the legends on Monday night. That's also now on YouTube. Love it. I'm loving it. Loving life there. That was another phenomenal, really phenomenal interview there. Not too long. Not a 5-hour video, baby. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, Bogside chats are just, they're so good at their streams.
Yep.
It's like I watched it twice. Again, literally just straight through twice. Okay. So, let me come down here, take a quick peek at the leaderboard. I think this is, oh, wait a second. Okay, wait. I think this is Franz, 291. So somebody knocked this out in 270 quests. Notice how they entered in at 261. Can we see? Do I need to zoom in? I don't want to zoom in, I don't think. Okay, so they entered the fifth tile with 261 quests. Okay, and then beat it in 270 quests, which, okay, so here's some of the things I'm picking up on this game is that the tricky tile is tile 4 because there's no herbalist. There is a camp, right? There's a camp in tile 4, but no herbalist and no adventurers guild. So that's been the hardest thing, is that you got to go back to tile 3 to heal, use a quest. Heal, usually you're going to want to heal 2 if you're going to burn 2 quests back and forth.
Yeah.
So you just burn 4 quests just to heal. You don't want to do that and waste quests. You're almost better off, like, let's say you have 5 or 6 quests left. You might consider just letting them go. Now, you can't if you entered late. I've got 4 heroes that I entered late, and I'll be pushing it. I'll have to finish around these numbers, 270 to 290, I think, to be able to finish before the season ends. June 28th, right? I think is what. Okay. And so those 4 heroes I bought when I was sitting with Eric David Tippett, baby.
Yeah.
Our
man.
When I was sitting with Eric David Tippett, he, that was fun. He bought like 6 or 7 heroes and I bought 4 more. So I'm up to 15. There's no, wasting a single quest at all. But here's what I found. Some of my best heroes have died, pretty much all of them, except maybe one who wasn't my best hero, but now he's definitely probably in position to possibly get in there and fight today, right here, right now, baby. We might be getting in there. So here's what I did. I realized that one of my very best heroes, I died a couple days back, and it was the freaking Griffin on tile 4 who was jacked. I was like mowing through guys on tile 5 and just was like, I'll pick up a quick XP, fight this Griffin, because he was one of my most jacked heroes, plenty of health, still had skills, and he freaking killed me. And that had happened the day before on one of my other solid heroes. And it was like, what the freaking heck? And so then the very next day I go, I'm in Eidos again, and I had whatever, a ring, I think, and then I got his offhand item from shared stash that I had in there. And then I just, for all the rest of the items, I went to the blacksmith, got him the hat, the vest, the sword, the shoes. Okay. And it's like, boom, died again. Okay. Because he was like level 16. Here's the problem. You can't get anywhere. If you're fighting in tile 4, first of all, you're stuck in a tile with no herbalist, no adventuring guild. Okay. And so, and I'm just, boom, die. If I fight in tile 3, you're not getting any XP and not getting the drops. And that I realized could go on for a week and not improve myself at all, not gain XP, not get anywhere. And I died again in tile 4. And that's happened with a couple of my 15 heroes total. Okay. And so I'm just like, screw this. My top hero. Okay. I've got now two of my top heroes is a mage and an archer, and that have good items, good stats, good everything. And they probably died. Like almost all my heroes have died. Maybe not my mage now, my top mage, but most of my heroes have died. It's like crazy. Sometimes it's been some crazy BS deaths.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're not the only one though, because I've had several that have died as well. I think I have 2 guys that have not, and they're just sitting right there, waiting to get the right gear to make that final push.
Oh yeah, I would love to get Bob Nothing, Franz. I want to get Franz on here and talk about this. Like, what the heck? Freaking Ellie's in the house. She just bought her first hero.
That's right. Good job, Ellie.
Okay, so here's what I decided to do, because I had that same warrior that died for the second day in a row. I had a jacked warrior offhand item with my mage. I also had with this mage, sometimes I'm stuck with these bomb monster items, such as a mythic chess piece with 16 agility. Mythic chess piece, 16 agility stats. Okay, level 16. Well, here's another thing I found out. So I've just kind of spent so much time, and a lot of people already knew this, right? I'm just not the sharpest stick in the wood pile, just figuring things out. You always want to level up wisdom on a mage, double, like boom.
Every time.
Every time you want to level up agility on an archer, double time. Okay, and we kind of found this out early on. And strength on a warrior, 2 stats. Okay, then I'm realizing that the other stats, that's not the main stat for that hero, don't help a whole lot. It's like just not a whole bunch of help. So like with items, it's always, I find better to go with stat increase percentages for dodge, crit, parry, and armor mitigation. Go for those percentages instead of the stat numbers. Unless it's your stat number for your hero class.
For the primary stat.
Right. Otherwise, it's like, so then I'm realizing, okay, now my new strategy is I double pound the main stat first, and then I double pound quickness. Okay, because quickness will give you potentially XP in the long run. And for flee, even though I can't tell you how many times I've tried to flee with like sometimes way more quickness, and it's still, I can't flee. And then I die. And I'm like, I was banking on just being able to flee because I had 10 more quickness. And that doesn't always work that way. Charisma, I feel like maybe needs a tweak. Maybe I just realized even a lot of times, even sometimes as much as like 10 more charisma stat points on heroes it's still not enough to persuade them. It's like a tie.
Yeah, yeah. Once you get up there towards the higher zones,
Yeah.
same. I mean, I've had a couple of instances where it's paid off, you know, in my favor,
Mhm.
but overwhelmingly,
Yeah.
I'd say 8 out of 10 times it's a no-go.
Yeah. Right. And so I'm kind of at a place where charisma is a plus. It does matter. It is important. You obviously, you know, persuade more often, you know, if you have more charisma, and it does come in handy. But so often it's like I don't even win anyways. Like, what the hell? And so maybe the team could tweak that. I don't know, or maybe tweak something, but I don't know. Maybe other people have better. Yeah, I love it. Ellie's loving the game. I love it. Right. So I'm so addicted to this game. Okay. So first of all, that's my new strategy is pounding. First of all, the main stat, then the quickness, then I ignore charisma. But sometimes you get these items with that give you some big fat charisma stats, and I'll roll with it, maybe, especially on a mage. And you're getting automatic charisma every so few level ups.
Yep.
Okay. So charisma, I don't know. Still up in the air for me, but I'm leaning towards I avoid it pretty much every time. And I'll normally still try and persuade unless the guy's got like 20 more charisma stats. Most of the time it fails. Sometimes you get damaged, but a couple times I still won even with less charisma stats. But oftentimes, even if I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8, 9 more charisma stats, I still don't win. It's like, dang.
Yep.
So
that happens to me too.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I've decided to do, because I also had yesterday. So I was doing that plan with those 3 heroes. Okay. I had my awesome warrior die 2 days in a row, and he was like getting ready. I was getting him ready to maybe start facing one of the final bosses, because I guess there's 2 final bosses, right? We got to beat. Okay. Right? Isn't that right?
Yes. 2 total.
There's 2 final bosses on the 5th tile. So I haven't even tried yet. Okay. Here's what I've noticed is that I said, screw it. I've got this mage, and I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to get off. This mage is pretty good. This is the mage here that was in 2nd place for the longest time. And I've realized I'm not going to win with anybody unless it's my last 4 heroes that I bought. I do have a chance there. Doing good with all 4 of those heroes, even though 2 or even 3 of them have died. You can rebound if you die, but here's just kind of what I'm finding. Okay, let me show you what I did here. Instead of trying, because like, especially when you're between level, like if you're at level 12 and up, it's very difficult to go. You're just treading water. And unless on the 5th tile, you've got the herbalist open.
Yes, that's the ticket, is having that herbalist in tile 5.
So the part of the ticket, I think, is avoid tile 4 as much as possible. So I have been staying now on tile 3 until at least level 13.
Is that what you're doing on your last 4 guys?
Yeah, oh yeah, last 4 guys. Okay, and then once I'm level 13 and I'm jacked up with items, then I'm just going to go ransack tile 4 as fast as possible and try to get on, because a lot of times here's another odd thing is the tile 3 items are as good or better at times than the tile 4 items.
Yes, I've noticed that too.
But then the tile 5 items, even though that's not usually the case, but a lot of times that's the case, the tile 5 items are definitely an upgrade compared to tile 4. And so my goal is to get the heck out of tile 4 as fast as possible, so I'm not wasting quests going back and forth, healing back and forth. Now you have to level at tile 3 also. So here's what I've decided to do. Well, after I sent the 3, I sent my beast mage, my beast archer to go swap items, because I have a mage mythic chess piece, 16 agility, legendary leg piece with like 10 or 12 or 13 agility.
Dang.
Yeah, and then this beast offhand dagger. Okay. And then my archer, and I had an awesome item for this warrior that I can't get back going again with my mage, the offhand. And then my archer had a ring with like 13 wisdom, perfect for the mage. Okay. And then my archer had a couple pieces that were great for that warrior. So I send all three of those guys all the way back. Screw it. I'm not going to win the season.
Right.
I'm going to try this out. And then now when I get them monstrous, now I can just go and waste a day of quests, go in and dominate. And
yeah, it'll be well worth it to just, you got to burn those quests, but
right.
You're saving probably 3 to 4 days in doing that.
Yeah, you're saving so many days of quests to do that. Also, even though I'm hurting my upside potentially, but I'm also helping my upside of my sage and archer that are really good. Now I won't be able to do this with any of my final 4 guys because I'm probably not going to finish the season in time. Ellie's running into that too. She came in late, but just go as far as you can, Ellie, and try and get spell books and shards. It's free anyways, and get as far as you can. That's what I would say.
If you're just look at it as a preseason. The real season starts, in July. So
yeah, I've been crit one time. I've been crit several times for over 40 damage, like maybe even like one time 46 or 48. But one time I died from a crit like that and was like, what the blankety blank blank blank. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you got to be real careful is when you get down to like half health and you're up in those higher zones and you think, oh, I got it. 2 shots, 2 crits, and that can knock out like 100 HP.
Right. So on tile 4, sometimes you're stuck having to be a little more risky. But on tile 5, I just play it safe and heal myself. Like, especially if I'm still needing a couple items or 2. So here's what happened. I moved those 2, my beast, archer, and sage, back to Eidos to swap items and help the warrior, who's a beast, stud warrior. Okay. Then I died with another freaking hero, and I was still debating, like on try and be super careful on using quests, like on every single move. Okay. And then another guy dies, and I'm just like, yeah, this was yesterday. And then I go with another guy, and they almost die, and I flee. I kind of got lucky on this flee because a lot of times I've got more quickness, and I still can't flee, and I die. This time I had quite a bit less quickness, and I managed to flee and barely survive, and still had like 14 quests. And she had died a few days prior and still needed a couple items. I'm like, screw it. So I send her back, and then I end up sending like 8 guys back to Eidos. And I'm just like swapping items. Okay. And because when you die, it's so hard to rebound at these levels.
Yeah.
So, and let me show you how this is paying off. Right now, we're going to look at it. Okay. So first of all, this is my best mage now. This was
level 18. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And he's a monster. He's going to even be more of a monster here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to come to the shared stash with him.
This game is just so big brain, man. You got to think so far ahead.
I know.
I was going to play my main guy here on stream, but then I had second thoughts just because I got to get so like into the zone when I'm playing. Like I got to close the door to my office. I got to turn the music up a little bit, and it's like feel like I'm transported to Eidos.
Yes, for real. Okay, so I just moved this dagger into the shared stash. Now I'm coming back to this. This ranger is a stud. Just look at what the effect is going to do when I do this. Shared stash.
Let me see the before. Let me see the before on his stats before you throw it on there.
So I still need to, I think, equip him. He's got 69 agility and 50.
Dang.
69 agility and 50 quickness, and that's without a ring and a dagger. I don't even think he's equipped with either one of those. Let me see. And yeah, no ring, no dagger. Okay. That's because he had this monster chess piece that he got. He got this monster chess piece, 30 armor mitt, 3.42 crit rate, bonus damage, plus 5 agility, and 13 quickness. Here's where the quickness really matters on this guy, is because one of the best skills in the entire game, he's got it. And it's a factor. It's 20% of your quickness is part of the damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And so back to the shared stash. This is an offhand. Okay, I'm adding 15% parry. So I'm adding 1 bonus damage, and it's a 1d8. Okay. The 15% parry compared to, okay, his other item. He has this dagger. It's a 1d6 instead of 1d8. It's 6% parry, and it does give him. The only thing I'm losing here is I would have 3 agility if I had that loaded. Okay, but I'm adding tons of parry, a bonus damage, and a 1d8. Okay, and I don't have to sit here and hope and wait. I'll be ready to just go fight the final boss. Okay, boom, go. And I got, so this has 10 agility, okay, on these leg piece. And this headpiece has 16 agility and 3 quickness.
Nah, dude, that is a sweet headpiece. Yes.
And so I just decided to bite the bullet. Now, if I had a hero that I could maybe win, I wouldn't have done it. But even with my best 2 heroes, come in here, shared stash, move to inventory. Okay, now that I'm in inventory, now this ring has 12 wisdom. Perfect for that mage, right?
Yeah. So
I'm moving that to stash. And now I've got to figure out also, and I want to leave this. I have accidentally clicked on things, especially playing on my phone. It's worse.
Yeah.
I've accidentally moved things into inventory when I was thinking I was in my inventory to equip my hero. I've done so many stupid I've wasted so many quests, accidentally clicked things. I've accidentally hit flee. Because sometimes on the phone it gets bogged down and it's like a delayed response. And then I go
I noticed that.
And it boom, and I just hit flee and it worked. It's like, what the hell? And I was about to kill the guy. I was so pissed.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get in a hurry and in a rush playing this. That's the main thing. Right. So now this monster has this dagger, okay, that makes him he's just a monster. Yeah, that dual wield is going to be nasty. Yeah. So I could maybe get a better on-hand weapon. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that 2-handed weapons are never even close to as good. Is that what you guys are picking up? Yeah. I know, right? It's just not enough time. That's why I have 15 heroes, Ellie. I'm addicted, baby. Yeah, it gets so risky at high levels. Quickness is the nuts. I flee so often. That's hilarious, Bob Nothing. Yeah, but don't end up in Ados. Right. So this is why I decided to do this. I'll be able to breeze through. And I've noticed too, if I die and I just have support back there, it's so much better. Okay, so now that I've given up that awesome ring that I had to that mage, I do have this one. So this was a little bit of a debate. So I've got this ring here, 13 crit, 7 parry, 4 dodge, strength 2, agility 2, wisdom 3, hit points 2. Okay, so now when I come back to this mage, I do have a badass ring on that mage, but it's not. And I find so often these items are geared towards a specific hero class. So, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is on this loadout, on the loadout, this helmet is made for an archer. It's 16 agility. These leg pieces are made for an archer.
10 agility.
Yeah. Yeah, so it really, you don't even want to pay attention to it. It says it's for all three classes. It's like, look what the
Right.
primary stat is for that item, and then
Right.
that's going to be the associated hero you want it on.
Right. So today is like part 2 of my reset day. I'm pressing the reset button on a ton of my heroes. So I need to figure out a good ring. I've got a pretty good ring here. Okay. 13 crit, 7 parry, 4 dodge.
Yeah, it's level
2
12.
agility. Yeah. And it's a level 12, 2 hit points, 3 wisdom. Okay. But I might need to give that to somebody else that died yesterday. So I had like 2 or 3 or even 4 people die yesterday. It's like tragic. And so it's like, and then I sent a bunch of people just back here to Eidos, switching stuff out. Okay. Trading items, pressing the reset button, and just hoping to finish the season in the top 20%, 30%, 40% with these guys, not trying to be in the top 10% necessarily, except with maybe a few heroes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I bet it seems like there's a sweet spot as far as how many heroes to have that you can realistically play with and be, efficient with, because once you get so many, like you, for example, it's like you got so many clicks to do and so many different balls to juggle. It's almost like too many.
Yes, I know. I literally spent 8 hours assessing everyone's items on my phone, which is less efficient. Assessing everyone's items, okay, and like what item is good for who and how many quests it's going to take and what it'll look like for today, right now on the stream. Okay, so it's like, and then I have to recheck, double check, triple check, quadruple check 100 times X check. So inventory, I've got this ring, 17, 6, 4, strength 4, agility 2, wisdom 3. So it's not a whole lot better, except it's a lot better in the crit. I think the crit on the other was like 11 or 12 on that other ring. So that's going to be a debate if it's worth wasting those 2 quests. And so then I go slow. It's like 4 hit points.
That's what I'm always trying to figure out, is if it's going to be worth it for me to burn those quests and go back when I could potentially find something around the corner that would have, made all that not worth it.
That's what's the hard part here, because it really wrecks. You can't do this unless you're wrecked. So if you're wrecked, I think this is worth it.
But right. So that's important. Yeah.
If you're wrecked, you got no chance of winning anyways.
You might as well go for the gusto.
Yeah, and you can still help your winning, chances of still getting money, right? Insidious something skill, good one. Yeah, I got the level 15 poison skill from my ranger cheap today. Really? Yeah. So that one insidious distraction is what it is for the ranger.
Yeah, I'm looking for one. I think it's $25 on the floor right now.
This ranger, that skill for that other ranger that I'm equipping, okay, will potentially do as much as close to 30 damage on just using the skill. 30 damage, but the floor damage is like 15, 16 damage. It's just unbelievable. Okay, we can calculate that here in a second. Okay, so still trying to figure out what to do. I know I've got a lot of heroes that need a lot of stuff. So that's part of like that ring is going to be able to go in the shared stash anyways. So I can probably just go ahead and move that in the shared stash, because I'm replacing that ring with this beast ring.
Oh, yeah.
12 wisdom. Okay. And that's just like, boom, move the inventory. And now look at what this hero is going to have. I'll show you. Okay.
Dude, he's about to be freaking jacked.
Because he's got 11 wisdom on this hood. Okay. I could use a little bit better chest piece, maybe. Actually, there was a chest piece that I took out that would have been pretty good for him, but it was actually more charisma. Okay. Decent. Okay. That gives 2 wisdom. This gives 3 wisdom. It's a 1D. I could get a better hand piece here, but see, I haven't found hardly any better hand pieces. Like, that's not even close to being better.
Yeah, they seem to be
level
few
7.
and far between.
Yeah. But like one of my heroes found a whole bunch of stuff, like 3 level 16 warrior offhand shields. Like
At the same time?
Yeah, it was like all in the same day yesterday. And they're
Dang.
here. I think either they died or they're here. I think maybe in 8-0. I'm not sure. Okay. So yeah, that's some pretty good leg piece. But see, even this leg piece is built more for a warrior, 5 strength.
Yeah, but heavy on the strength.
Yeah,
heavy on the armor mitigation.
Whereas this foot piece has more wisdom, which I'll want to look at that. And this one has more hit points, this mythic one, but this one has more wisdom, legendary, but they're both level 12. This is a level 16. This just better. It's got bonus damage. So even adding the wisdom, replacing it by adding the wisdom, even if it does give another bonus damage. So because here's what you want to look at. Now that I've got this guy, you come back here, you look at your character, and you look at his damage is 14 to 30. Okay. And so and you already 65 wisdom on this mofo. Okay. So solid damage.
Yeah, it always seems to me whenever you feel like whenever you feel like the items are about the same as far as the stats, I always tend to lean towards the higher level.
Right.
Of the
Right. I do too, but I don't know. It's such a hard debate sometimes. Such a hard debate what to do. So maybe there's somebody out there with a better shoes, but not that sticks out to me on wisdom that I've got. So
what do you think about the mental knit?
I don't like the 1d12 rolls of anything, but what's better about mental knit, it's 2 skill points instead of 3. Like the magic missile, 3 skill points, and it's another just 1d12. Now they need to buff that. It needs to be either 2d6 or even 3d4, I think. Like give you at least 3 damage on a 3d4.
Right.
With a max of 12. Okay. But here's where mental knit can be handy is with the 2 stat points, Firebolt, Ray of Frost, and everything is 3 skill points. So sometimes you're at a level where, see here, I'm going to tweak this too. I'm going to remove a bunch of mental knits. It's especially important on like your 4th tile versus your 5th tile, but I want to utilize all my skill points. So I went ahead and I was waiting to buy a mental knit skill book, and none that I ever saw came reasonably. So I just bought one yesterday for like $25 because I have a really solid hero, and sitting there, I'm in the 5th tile with 2, skill points sitting there, and I level up on the 3rd tile.
Wasted.
And so I want to go ahead, and that could be the difference between dying and not dying, winning the game, not winning.
Yeah. So you don't want those skill points just sitting there on the sideline.
Yeah, right. So let's do that right now since I'm here, Adventuring Guild. So I want to utilize all my skill points when I can. So in this case, I've got an extra skill point. Haste is a phenomenal skill. This is the one that increases quickness by 75% for 3 rounds. And it increases hero chance to hit by a flat 15%. And that's for the whole battle. So I love this.
Yeah. Anything you can get. Yeah. Any skill that lasts the whole battle.
The whole battle is phenomenal.
It's like, that's the alpha.
I've got, this is also, it's not a guaranteed flee because I've had it on one of my heroes and didn't flee and died. But it's almost, a guaranteed flee, so to speak. You're increasing your quickness by 75%, or it really helps you flee. So that's another thing is if you throw it on at the end. I always throw it on at the beginning of a tough guy Okay. And then I've gotten to where I like Ray of Frost better than Firebolt. I think Firebolt is better at lower levels, dealing that damage. But in the higher levels, difficulty to hit 30%, it's like, especially if you've got a big damage dealing hero. I find that it's kind of like grapple with the warrior. It's like when you I'm wondering if it's a typo, because every time I use grapple with my higher level warriors, it's like OP. So I hate the overhand chop 1d12. But
grapple, I never use it.
Yeah, grapple, it's like I use it and I'm kicking his ass most of the time. That's what
I need to start using grapple then, because I haven't been using it. What do you think? Like zone 5 monsters, hit them with a grapple?
Even zone 3. Like if you've got a good solid warrior, I don't find that it's weird. So I'm hurting my own parry and the monster parry. That's odd. It's almost like I feel like I wonder if it needs to be reworded, because I don't feel like it hurts my parry. I just feel like I kick the monster's ass every time I use grapple. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's why I was scared to use it, because I thought it hurt me.
Right. It's kind of like Berserk, though. I'm less sure of Berserk because it hurts me and increases my whatever chance to hit. The Berserk skill. There's still several skills I haven't seen. Okay, so let's see. Mental knit. I'm just going to leave one mental knit. And I'm going to just throw these on the Ray of Frost, which I find will do me better. That 30% monster difficulty to hit reduction will do more damage than this Firebolt difference will ever do, I think. Okay, on average. I bet Bob Nothing would say the same. Okay, so now I've got all my skill points used on this guy, and I know that I might as well leave this ring in the shared stash.
Right.
Okay. But here's where this video might take a while, but I've got to go take my son to soccer practice in an hour and 20 minutes or less. No, an hour and 15 or hour and 10 minutes is all I've got. But this literally took me 8 hours yesterday meditating on which items to go to which heroes. And it gets progressively more insane when you add more heroes to that bucket.
I'm sure
what they have or don't have. But what I am pretty sure I'm going to do here is this is a solid ring, especially on that crit there. But I added that other ring to give me more wisdom. Okay. I think I want to go ahead and put this ring in there. But look, like I've got this hat. Oh, okay.
There you go. See, that's where you can almost do a little too much clicking and burn 2 quests on accident.
It's like a very underwhelming mythic hat, although it is 7 agility for a level 12.
Yeah, that's
I might want to throw this
12
hat in there as well. But then I'm eating up quests. But this ring, okay, is almost a for sure add. Since I'm here, I'm wasting quests. It's killing me. It's my top guy. But if I want, so here's what I find is that
Bob Nothing says he can come on, Grady.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Bob Nothing is one of the biggest brains dudes we could ever dream of having.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me unshare.
Send him an invite. Yeah.
Yeah. Bob Nothing is just phenomenal for this game because his brain is really big. Okay.
Yeah, we got so many good people in the community. Discord is so active too. I was noticing, that's a very good sign, I think, of things to come, of how active Discord is.
Right. I'm loving it. Yeah. The game is so addictive. Okay. So what's this? This hood is another just big time stud hood.
You want to share the screen?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Bob Nothing is coming. And so that's the debate. All right. Bob, push back anything. You have the floor, baby. How are you?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert myself. I'm not going to be winning anything probably too much, but yeah, I've definitely been playing every day and you know, making as many observations as I can.
Yeah.
I got 8 heroes. Let's see, one of them died at 16, so he's kind of boned. He was doing pretty well, but
Yeah.
I probably have like 4 or 5 that I hope to beat the boss with as efficiently as possible.
Okay.
And yeah, I haven't done any shareds. I haven't been to Ados except for that one guy that died. Stupid bird got me too when they had that they had that Twitter contest.
That freaking Griffin, I'll tell you what. But then I beat the Griffin yesterday and only lost 3 health. It's and it's because I used the shared stash on somebody that had died.
Yeah.
But you can't do that unless you're already kind of like forfeiting the season as far as winning. Right.
Yeah. What I did, I actually managed to pass a couple really good items. Because I kind of staggered my buys. Like I started off with 3 from the mint, and then I got 3 more, and then I got 2 more.
Same.
So I ended up with 8. But so my lowest one is pretty high. So it's too high level now to really go back.
Yeah.
Unless something bad happens. I guess if 2 guys or if a bunch of guys died, I could send somebody back. But it doesn't really. What I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
I saw you with your gear there. How I usually view the gear is the flat bonuses are what I really focus on, and not for stats.
Same.
I mean for dodge, crit, parry. Yes. What's the other one? Armor mitigation, mitigation chance. Because if you okay, so that guy's if you have a guy that's out of quest for the day. And maybe, I don't know, it's maybe not the best thing to do for a stream, but I did this on my own. If you unequip everything and see what your damage is, that's just like, I think you get like a D4 for your fists. And then you add like 1 for every like 6 of your main stat. I think it is.
Okay.
So you'll go up like 1 point of damage for every 6 or 7. I think it might scale a little differently as you get up in levels. But I sat there with a pad and paper and like wrote it all down like I'm wont to do. And like even you'll get 1 more point of damage basically for like a great item that gives you like 7 of your main stat, agility on a rage or wisdom. And so while that's good, you want as much damage as possible. I don't think that you should just equip based on that one stat. Like it's a mistake.
Even the main stat. You're saying even the main stat.
Even the main stat.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything except, I mean, you're going to end up with a bunch of dodge on your mage because you got a bunch of that stat, but it doesn't do anything except for your damage. It really cranks up your damage, but it doesn't scale that well. I'm much more interested, like, for example, if I see a ring, you know, that has like, you know, 8 wisdom on this wizard that I'm looking at, you know, that's great and all. But if I see another ring that has a bonus flat bonus, like not all rings give you armor proc or armor mitigation, but something like that, I'm much more interested potentially in something like that on a lesser ring for wisdom. Or if my dodge, crit, and parry are better on another ring, I'm more interested in that because we're really just talking about a point of damage with that 8 wisdom.
Well, and it's a point of damage on every single.
It's good, but you know, what's really good is having a high mitigation proc chance, a high dodge chance, a high parry chance. That's really good.
It is, and so I couldn't agree with you more when it's regarding other stats.
Oh yeah. I think the word is out on that. There's really no point to ever put Like you would never put any of your level up points into agility on this mage. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But
okay,
like,
do you pound charisma? What do you think of charisma?
So I actually did a little post in the suggestions thing that I think they really altered, and this is by design, obviously, because we're in kind of a free beta here. But they really altered a lot of the gameplay in terms of player choices when they took away item swapping. And item swapping was pretty silly, but it made charisma so much better than it is now. Because you used to be able to.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
you could stack your items to get that charisma.
So when they
swapping during the battle is what he's referring to. Item swapping during the battle. Right.
So yeah, we just lost a lot of branches on the old decision tree when they did away with it. And it is kind of silly. I thought it was silly that you could do it. It's not realistic. It's whatever. But neither is carrying 50 items with you and whatever.
Right.
But anyways, you just got to pick and choose your battles, I thought. So I thought we lost a little bit strategy wise with that, but we lost a lot for charisma. So mages that start with a decent charisma, I basically want to put 2 points in wisdom every time because it does matter. 2 points in quickness every time. And then if I'm going to do charisma, then I'll put the extra points. So now we're talking about a roll of a 3 or 4 on your D4. I'll put those points into charisma. If it starts with a high charisma, my guy starts with a high charisma, and it's like a mage or a warrior. Because the mage gets a lot of bonus charisma with the gear that it uses, the good gear. And it gets
gear. Right. So if you follow the right gear, that's a part of it too.
Yeah, it does seem to matter. And also, like, warriors will get a bunch of bonus hit points when they level just randomly. Mages will get a bunch of charisma.
Right.
And it seems kind of like that. And then rangers get a bunch of quickness. So basically, and then the warrior has that skill that adds your charisma as a bonus.
Which I don't have. I
don't have that one either, but I look for it. So like if I start with like 9 charisma on a warrior and I have that skill, obviously I'm gonna put points in, but it's kind of an all or nothing. Like before the item swapping thing, I wanted charisma on everybody because you could really cheese the system, and it is really important, to get a free win as much as possible. But without the item swapping, charisma is just kind of all or nothing. If you can't do it well enough, just dump it and put hit points instead.
Same.
And hit points aren't that great, but if you need a third thing, it's better than putting, strength on your wizard or whatever.
So you go even that far with it. Dang.
Well, you got to do something. Like when you roll a 4, you get.
I would go 2 stat points of strength instead of 1 hit point, wouldn't you? Or no?
No. I mean for a wizard, not a warrior.
I mean a wizard. Even
no.
Wow.
No, I mean if you look at what 2 points of strength on a wizard does, it gives you like
it's minuscule.
0.25% parry.
Right.
It's minuscule. It's very, very small.
You're right.
So like the stats for the main stats, they're not as hugely impactful as you would originally think.
Yes, same. So we're making the same point, but you're going like kind of extreme with it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I just don't always use like the highest I don't always use the highest main stat on my gear. Like there's a lot of situations where I'm like not using a 10 wisdom ring on one of my wizards just because I really like the mitigation chance for armor or something like that, or parry chance on something else. And I think it just matters more. Getting like 7 or 8% more parry or something matters so much more than 1 more damage to me.
Yeah.
Because it all stacks really well. All the damage prevention stuff stacks on itself really well. Yes. And that's when you can start to think about beating the game, is when you can really mitigate a lot of damage through all the different sources.
Right. So what do you think, Kong? I agree with what you're saying. Maybe just not as. I do think the damage is pretty freaking significant.
I've noticed that, as especially the last few days, I kind of gotta go to what Bob Nothing says, that as those percentages have stacked in my armor mitigation proc chance, my dodge chance, my parry chance, as those have kind of gone up into the upper echelon in the last few days, I've noticed it's taken an effect on the battlefield a lot more substantial. So I think there could be a lot to that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, damage definitely matters, but I'm just saying, you know, I've made some kind of weird choices based on that before, where I'm just not using the best main stat items on some heroes.
Yeah.
And then yeah, for leveling up, I'm big time quickness. I think my best two heroes do have the flee skill. I got a ranger with pocket sand that I like, and I got a warrior with run with the wind. But all my heroes have a ton of quickness, just because what you were talking about earlier, which I really like as a game design choice, is once you get to about level 11, you're no longer choosing between the right choice and the wrong choice, the good outcome and the bad outcome. You're trying to choose the bad outcome instead of worse.
Yeah.
There is no good outcome.
Yeah, it's kind of like make the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, yeah. Because once you get to a certain point, you got to choose basically between being too high a level and not getting experience all the time, or being too low level and having a real problem dying. And that's when I want quickness. Is if I'm taking any sort of risk, like just hoping that I can like the peaks, you can get like the troglodyte and the troll and some of those lower level guys.
Right.
But whenever you get the big boys, like a 17 bear, a 17 ghoul, you just got to run. And I find you got to decide quick. You're paid for deciding basically when you see the monster. Once you've played enough, you get a good idea of like, is it going to be efficient for me to burn all my skills, maybe die, maybe have to run at the end because I got this stupid level 16, ghoul with what's the one that helps him hit a lot, 30% to hit. That one's bad. I mean, deadly's terrible, obviously. Just run if you get a high level deadly guy for real. But like you have to do kind of a cost risk or benefit analysis. Like, yeah, I could probably kill this guy, but it's a disaster if I use all my skills and then have to run anyways. So like at that point, you just run on turn 0. Even if you're behind him by like 3 or 4 quickness, you just gotta suck it up.
Right.
That's what I find. It's like you got to decide based on the initial loadout screen, basically, whether you're going to run or not. And that just comes with experience of doing it enough times. And we're going to get better at that through the seasons, right?
Yeah.
But I think, what you really, really get hurt is when you use skills, get down to 30 hit points, and you're like, oh shit, if he crits me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Run now. And you still might die.
Right.
Because he's at like 40 something and you're just like, oh man, I should have ran earlier. Like you really need to commit early to run if you're going to run. And a lot of times you have to, especially in the last 2 zones, you got to run, even against guys that you can probably beat. It's just so inefficient to burn all your skills. Then you're going to have to heal and you might end up dying. You just risk too much for the reward. And like, half the times you don't even find any loot. It's not like, killing that level 16 ghoul is going to give you, a huge advantage as to just trying to run and then hope for a troglodyte level 13 or like a wolf.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's been fun. I got to roll, Grady.
Oh, love you, man. Okay.
All right, Bob. Good to talk to you, man.
Later, Kong.
Yeah. See you, Kong.
Right.
I mean, okay.
Y'all be good.
Okay. So
quickness is great.
Yeah, a lot of times I find that my quickness is too low to flee, and I'll just flee 10 times in a row. You don't get it and you die. So like I'll realize what you just said right at the beginning.
I have not found that to happen hardly at all. It's happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's if I'm like it.
Because I'm always putting points there. I just commit from level 1 onward.
And that's where I was wrong. So I have changed that.
Yeah.
Where quickness is now my go-to. But do you even go for quickness above their main stat?
No.
Okay. Okay.
So if I roll a 1, you get 3 points. So I would do 2 main stat, 1 quickness.
Okay. Same.
So it's not quite maximizing. But anytime I roll above a 1, a 2, 3, or 4 on that, I'm putting 2 points in quickness on every hero. And that just gives you so many more options. Once the game gets really tricky around level, like we've been talking about, level 11, level 12, level 13, and onwards, it just gets really tricky. And not every hero. I don't have 8 fleece skills, and like you can only load so many, and they're so powerful. But having a high quickness and I do prioritize quickness gear more than a lot of things. I mean, not more than my main stat, but it's close. It's like 1A, 1B are those two.
Okay.
Main stat and quickness. They're in main stat is definitely 1A, but quickness is right there for me just because it gives you so many more options.
Okay. Good thoughts, man. So yeah, I know. So this guy is such a monster. The only thing,
what's this guy doing in ADOS?
So I explained this at the beginning, kind of what I
must have missed that part.
Okay. Yeah. So I just decided, and here's what I've noticed is that the damage, like so look at this, what this guy's got now. So for 2 reasons I did this. I had this helmet with my mage and these boots with also with my mage. 10 agility.
And this is for a warrior?
16 agility.
No, this is for a ranger.
This is a ranger.
I see.
So when I look at his stats, I just like realize I'm not going to get first or probably even top 10 with this guy, but he's really strong. But I can now I can probably just go straight in and win is my thoughts.
Probably. So you spent, let's see. So you were in the Dark Tower or the Peaks?
Days worth of, well, I did have to go back and level up. So I was in the 3rd.
Okay. So you were in the 3rd. So you went 2 to get to ADOS from the bog.
And then 2 back. Plus I gave that ring to my mage, and my mage gave these 2 pieces to this ranger.
Right.
For 3
pieces. Like a dozen quests.
Yeah.
12 or 14 to get all the way back to the Dark Tower and beat the game.
And it's like at least a full day, because I also had a couple other pieces with both these guys for another hero. And then that's compounded. As I die, I can rebound right away. If I just load him up with the items again, you're good to go. And maybe he's better because he has specific items that are geared for him. But on this guy, he's got 50 quickness and 71 agility.
Yeah, he's jacked.
He has this he's got insidious distraction skill as well. Yeah,
that's a great one. I got that one. Let me look. Okay, I got my levels. I got a level 17 ranger as well for comparison's sake, and my guy died, so he's got insidious distraction as well. He's still got an unironically hideous cap, hand-me-down leathers, and no ring.
And it's like
I don't swap anything, so I found. Let's see, I got a level 16 main hand and a level 16 offhand, which was very fortunate. I kept the offhand. And then I found a boots. I've killed a few guys in the Dark Tower and got lucky. So this guy needs a hat, an armor, and a ring still.
Right.
So he's behind. So like in comparison, he's a lot worse.
And then you might go a whole week and not
11 to 28 damage is what I'm at.
Okay.
And I'm at 45% proc chance for 13 armor. So your guy's a lot better.
59. So he also had this awesome dagger my mage did for him that gave him 15 parry and a bonus damage and just more damage. So his damage is 16 to 32.
Yep.
And so I just find when I have guys like this and his crit, everything is just monster.
It's monstrous, but like, what's your strategy going to be for finishing off the game? Or
now I can just go right on in and kind of breeze through. Here's what I've noticed. And I know RNG is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but are you going to try to kill more regular mobs? Or you already got all the gear? You just need to kill
I got everything I need.
So just go all bosses.
Right. I can just go straight to the boss now at level 17 instead of doinking around for 2 or 3 days, wasting quests, trying to get stuff, hoping not to die, this, that, and the other. When I have a guy that's equipped well, I'll breeze right on through so much easier. It's just
definitely
what I find. So
I would say to kill the boss, so all he's going to do is fight the boss. So I would say I'd want 1 improvised trap and the rest all insidious distraction. Maybe 1 or 2 herbal knowledge, depending on how many total points you have.
Yeah,
because they only cost 2. Because they're I think those are decent. So how many points you got? You have too many traps, basically. Because only one of them works where so you can mark those down to 1 because all you're doing is killing the boss. You just need 1 trap.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 if you try again. Like, are you going to run?
Should I try and do both bosses? That's the other question.
I don't know about that. It doesn't get you there any faster, right? You can just kill the first boss
and wait
and then wait till the next day. Get your skills back, get your health back for free, and then do the main boss.
Right.
So that's what a lot of people are doing, which I think is going to change for the next season because it's a little silly, but it's kind of what it is now is basically just farming the detrimental modifiers. Like what is it? Clumsy. I forget what they're all called. The one where he can't hit you well, or the one where he can't dodge well. Those are really, really good. Even something like impotent is pretty good. And stuff like that, basically. And then just running and then healing if they hit you, and then trying again. If you're up against brutal, or you're up against or deadly for sure, or like any of that, just run.
Okay. Let's see. With this guy, I won't need to.
I don't know, man.
I haven't fought him yet, so I haven't fought either one of the bosses. It's
all about risk reward. Like that's what's silly about it. That's why this has become kind of the meta, even though I'm not that heavily focused on it, but I do stare at the Discord when I can, and I have fought. I fought the mini boss. I haven't fought the regular boss yet. I'm working on it. But yeah, it's basically just kind of
mini boss super mega crazy.
He's a little crazy. It took me a couple times, but I killed him on one of my guys. Who's this?
Okay.
Yeah, my mage is level 18. He's not very strong. He's only got the force shield. That's the only skill I have on him. So I'm not sure. So that's why I'm kind of being a little more cautious with him instead of trying at level 17.
Which I love the force shield, by the way. I think
it's good. But I would really like haste or like a good magic or fireball or something like that. The damage spell, because it's going to be very RNG dependent on whether I can kill the boss or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did kill the mini boss after a couple tries. Like I said, I tried it and then ran away because it was brutal or something and had a bunch of hit points. Then I tried it again. It had a bunch less hit points and something bad.
Yeah.
And I was able to kill it pretty not easily. I was down to like 50 or 60, so he could have got me for sure. But it was worth the chance at that point.
Okay. One thing I've realized here with improvised trap is it deals 1d4 damage plus 2 for just 1 round, not 2 rounds.
Yeah.
They just need to fix that.
Wait.
And I did talk to him about it.
Oh, does it only do it 1 round?
It only does it for 1 round.
Oh, it's like a bug. I didn't really count.
Yeah.
I like the static effect of it.
It's like one of the best skills in the game.
Yeah, reduce their armor mitigation amount is great.
I know, for the whole time.
Yeah. It's a really good one. So
would you go a barbed projectile versus having 2 here? That's kind of because this eats up 4 skill points. The insidious.
This is your guy with 70 quickness, right?
Yeah.
So that's
50 quickness.
50 quickness.
71 agility. Yeah.
2d6 plus 50 divided by 5 is 16 damage is what you're expecting. 7 plus 10, 17 damage. So the way you calculate with the
or it could be as much as 22 damage.
Right, but I'm saying on average.
Yeah, if I would have had, I did.
That's your expectation. So this is from people who play D&D a lot. For all these D6, D8s, etc. You to do the average damage, you divide by 2 how many sides there are on a die, and then add a half.
Okay.
So for a D6, you divide by 2 for 3, and then add a half is 3.5. So it's 2D6 is 7 damage. And then your quickness is 50 divided by 5 is 10. So that'll do on average 7 plus 10 damage, 17.
Oh, got you. 17 on average. Got it.
So that's how you do, and that's what you want to make your decision based off. Is because obviously it can do, it can do more. So there's no reason to ever load a barb projectile, basically.
Right.
Because that does, let's see.
Well, so impoverished trap, you said just go in with 1.
Yeah, maybe 2 in case you have to kind of, abort your mission. But
see, that one, it doesn't add the quickness. The one that adds the quickness is a different skill on a different hero.
Haste.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that isn't a guaranteed flee, but it certainly helps the flee chances.
Well, with 50 quickness, I think that's pretty much you're going to be able to run.
I think haste is a mage skill, though.
And when I say you're going to be able to run, I mean if you decide at the beginning to run,
I'll be able to get
away. You wait until you're down to 50 hit points to decide to run, that is no longer a true statement. You might be able to run.
Right.
Shit happens.
I know. Okay. So here's my other dilemma, with this hero is that, so I could come into the shared stash and add this ring, and it does help. So the ring would add some crit, 2 strength, and 2 hit points.
So it's got crit parry. Can we look at your other ring real quick? It doesn't always tell if there's something else.
If there's something else. Okay, here.
Because that does look a little bit better.
It's just a little bit better, though.
Yeah.
Should I waste the 2 quests?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I would have never wasted a dozen quests to get here.
I know.
I just run with it, man. I got this level 16 warrior that's never found a shield.
Oh my gosh.
It's 16 levels. I got all the gear. I got every ranger offhand, every mage offhand you could possibly imagine. He's got some nice 2-handed weapons, which are not nearly as good. And I just roll with it. I just think you roll with it.
I'm sick of dying.
Yeah.
It's like I just find that when I have boss equipment on my guys, it's just like I save so much time in quests, and so this guy is pretty much ready to just go battle the main boss. I feel like
let's do it
at level 17.
But you got 11 quests. What do you say?
Well, see, I could equip this ring. I could also, since I'm here, and I'm not going to win. So this guy's already used up 316 quests.
Right, but you can still get top 100. I don't know how many people are going to kill this thing in time.
I know, right?
It's hard.
It's nuts. And so I'm thinking I might as well leave another item, at least maybe 2, because then I'll be putting my other heroes in a great position as well. And so just like I also have just done with this beast mage right here, who's level 18, he's also ready to go fight the main boss. So he's got 65 wisdom, so 14 to 30 damage. He's, pretty jacked.
Haste. I like haste.
Yeah, so he's got the haste. Now, again, though, I don't need 6. I'm just going to fight the main boss. I don't.
Yeah, I guess.
Items.
I guess if you're just in boss fighting mode, I think Ray of Frost and 3 haste is probably good. Maybe 4.
Yeah, or maybe just even 1 or 2.
Well, how long does it last? 2 or 3 rounds? Let's see.
Well, haste lasts the whole
3
time.
3 rounds. Okay, it does the quickness for 3 rounds, and then. Oh yeah, so it doesn't stack the important part probably.
Right.
So you probably just need 2 or 3, And then I would just go nuts on Ray of Frost because that one's really good.
Right.
And
Ray
then
of Frost I like now at high levels better than Firebolt.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or I could pound the mental knit, which I don't like, but at least
I don't love it.
Too quick.
Yeah, I basically think the heal skills are good basically when you have 2 skill points left over.
Right.
A number not divisible by 3.
Or it's a game changer. So I could go 3 haste or even 2 haste.
No. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to use that many Ray of Frost, and you might want, the last, it could get down to the last round where the quickness does matter for either a last minute flee or a last minute attempt to beat him to the last punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So haste could matter for that. If you get up to, 60, you could flee almost certainly if he crits you at the end, but you're barely alive.
Well, does it stack the quickness percentage?
No, but it lasts 3 rounds. But like I'm saying, so like say the fight's going okay, you're at like 100, he's at like 80, but then he crits you, and then he hits you again, and you're like, oh shit, he's at 70, I'm at 30, I gotta abort. Then you can cast haste and flee.
Yeah. It's huge.
Or like cast haste one of the 2 turns before. I don't think you can cast haste and then flee on the same turn, can you?
No, you're right. It takes a round.
So you could kind of try to, think ahead. Like this is my eject, but you probably don't need more than 2 hastes.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I can just pound the Ray of Frost.
And then you just basically every other round you Ray of Frost.
And so he's still got 9 quests, which means I'll have plenty.
Try him. Is that what you're planning on doing this stream? Or are you planning on trying to?
Yeah, I was going to do it this stream. The only thing I was going to double
You're a lot more prepared than most people with these guys.
Yeah. Well,
since you spent the time.
This is why I threw in the towel of trying to win the season and just said, screw it. I'm going to come back here with some of my heroes and just swap items. So that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
And then I'll just be ready to go with several heroes. It's not just these 2.
Yeah. Well, these 2 look like they're ready. I mean, you just got to be patient. Don't tilt. Like that. I think that's what screws people up is like in that scenario where you were winning and then he crits you out of nowhere. People have this sunk cost fallacy. Like I already used the skills. I already blah, blah, blah. Like I'm due. I'm going to crit him back. It doesn't work like that, brother.
Right.
You got to immediately bail when you have a significant chance at death, or else you're going to be sad because otherwise you can just wait. If you run, you can just wait till the next day and try it again at full.
Yeah.
Like people just go on tilt and die because because the battle starts going bad, I think.
Yeah. I'm like, F it. And sometimes that really pays off. But then
it can, but
why I died. Sometimes I'm just stubborn and I stay in and die.
Yep. I did that once. I haven't died that many times, but I did once where I was just like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, no.
I can't believe he came all the way back. And now I'm at like one more chance to do it. And I had friggin' I could have definitely fleed. It was really stupid. And it really hurt that character.
Well, see, I've had it so many times where I couldn't flee too. That's part of it. And then that gets aggravating. So, okay. And so I've got some other heroes in here that need items. And so I figured since I'm here, I might want to real quick check. I think this guy is one of them. Okay, yeah. He's got the ring. And so I come here to the shared stash, which has 2 rings. Oh, it's got this dagger. This was for him.
He's an offhand the most, yep.
This was for him. Meant for him. Okay.
And then you can buy the blacksmith stuff.
Well, but see, that's what I'm trying to avoid because that's where it's like, I will do it on 1 or 2 items, but if you do it for everything, it's like I go backwards. I'll die again. I can't go anywhere. I can't go battle where I need to battle. That's what I found. And so that's why I've had some heroes die 2-3 times because I'm using the freaking blacksmith too much. Especially now the main hand item is decent in the blacksmith. But as far as your hat and feet and
pretty
chest,
bad.
It's like bad. Yeah.
Well, I only have, like I said, I got this 17 Ranger that's doing okay.
Okay.
And he's found some level 16 gear, so he's made it to the Dark Tower.
Right. Yeah, I've had it to where I couldn't get the gear. It just won't come. And then like 2 days go by and I end up dying.
But he also wasted a lot of quests. So maybe it's, if you're gonna waste quests, I just don't want to waste 2 heroes quests. Because I would have to bring, to equip somebody like that, I have to bring somebody else good all the way back.
Yeah. The only reason why I did this in the first place is because I pretty much wrecked these guys. As far as actually having a chance to win or be top 10, probably, I guess it's still even possible. But it's so key, because I realized yesterday with my warrior that died 2 days in a row, who was one of my best heroes. I did this, and then it was like, boom, I'm right back, ready to rock. And I did eat up tons of quests to do this, but that's where now I sent like 8 heroes back here to do this, to swap items back and forth.
There you go.
So that now with all 8 of those, I want to just be ready to go and not stop wasting so many quests and so much time trying to get items, being stuck, like dying, almost dying, having to flee all the time, not getting anywhere. And so that's the dilemma. And so yesterday I was just like, F it. I'm just going to send all my heroes back here because I died with 2 more heroes, and then 2 of my heroes almost died. I barely fleed. And so I'm just like heroes without good items. And I'm like stuck in this no man's land of being able to progress in the game, because also if I'm on tile 4 with some of them, I die on tile 3. You don't get good items, so you're just like not in. You don't get XP. You're just not going anywhere. Yeah, so I'm like, screw it. I'm just coming back here with a whole bunch of heroes that aren't gonna win, even though these were my top 2 heroes, this archer and my mage, but they're not gonna win. So at the moment, they're my top 2 heroes. I have got 4 more up and coming. And so,
like some of my lower level heroes, I think will have the better chance.
Yeah, same. As long as I can
just learn
season, it's going to be close.
Yeah, we only got a week, right?
Right. A week from today, the season ends.
Well, no, I mean, I think that's cool. I mean, we're all learning, right?
Yeah,
we're
baby.
all learning.
So this is like an experiment that I'm doing here. Well,
I think 2 of those, like that mage you showed and that and that ranger, those 2 on the right, Corbin and Bradley. You said those 2 are jacked and ready to go.
Those are my 2 guys just ready to go right now. Unless I want to dive even a little deeper, like I might be able to find a slightly better chest piece for the mage, and I might be able to find a slightly better ring for this archer. But the archer especially, it's like,
yeah, he was really good.
And so I'll be able, if I want, I can pass off. I could pass off at least 1 item.
Yeah, because you need, let's see, 4 quests to get to the Dark Tower. And then 1. So you only need 5 quests. You could pass like 3 items, I guess. If you made some room.
I forfeited this helmet with 6 quickness for this mythic monster helmet.
Yeah, it's good.
With 16 agility.
Yeah.
And I only lost 3 quickness doing that between the 2. And
then you could pass your second best helmet if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I'll do that and put this helmet needs to go on another ranger. Yes, especially that has that distraction skill.
It doesn't need, wait. Oh, is it quickness?
It's
Why does it need to be a ranger?
A ranger has that insidious distraction skill.
Okay. Well, I would say that helmet's good on everybody, is my point.
Right. It is. But it's not great for level 16 helmet. But yeah, definitely specifically for a ranger. So let's do that. Okay, inventory. Right click, move the stash. Okay. And yeah, see.
So what are your lowest level guys?
Okay. So
Because
those
like
all
getting
5
really good level 7 stuff helps too, but not as nearly as much as 12 and 16.
right. And I'm those low 4 guys, I've got no hope of finishing the season if I want to come back to the shared stash. So it's out of the question.
Gotcha.
Do that at all. And I'm going to be lucky to beat the boss at all in time because I bought him when I was in LA with Eric David Tippett, baby.
Gotcha.
And it was Sunday night.
So you're just looking for level 12 and 16.
Like 3 days, 2 weeks plus 3 to 4 days. I guess 4 days, 2 weeks and 4 days. And it's tough to win in that amount of time. You kind of, I'm seeing that you need 19 days to win. So 18 days might not be enough.
So that's another thing I was thinking, or I forgot to talk to you about that I was thinking about. So once it starts to get tricky around level 11, 12, 13, that's when I think it really helps that you're playing a hero that has like some banked time. Because a lot of times, like, it just doesn't make any sense to go back and heal.
Right. You're
like
wasting all those quests.
You can even burn like 5 or 6 open quests, like, or more.
I know.
If something goes bad.
Once or twice, don't do it. Like, so that's where the 4th tile, you want to get the hell out of that 4th tile.
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
Yeah. So I did that quite a bit, which is why I haven't beat the game yet. I think that's the biggest reason. Because my good guys haven't used that many quests.
Yeah, right.
That are pretty close, like this guy.
Yeah, so improvised trap. Dang it. So I don't have
under 300.
I don't have that skill on this hero. I've got improvised trap in the Paulus one. Which is a great skill, but I want to use that helmet, but he needs a helmet. So it's going to make me want to go buy that skill with that hero, which I've been buying up some skills, but is there any insidious distractions?
Yeah, I bought that. I think there are actually on the floor. There were earlier. I just bought that poison skill for like $25. Yeah, insidious distractions on the floor.
Oh, are you serious?
0.013, yeah.
Okay, so I need to item collection.
Item collection, OpenSea.
Yeah, I need to pin this. Pin, and I'll put it in the description. Whoops. Okay. Okay. And I think I need to change wallets. Do I? Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, yeah, you're right. And so it's at what wallet? I'm on account 2. Okay, and how much is that? 0.1013 ETH, like 20.
It's like 25 or less. Let me see. Because somebody dumped the poison, custom poisons. I spent.
Yeah, it's 24.
0.0132.
Okay.
So like just barely. They dumped it right there, basically on the floor. I don't know why. It's a level 15 spell. If you want to do some fun math, custom poisons.
Yeah.
For anybody who's looking to do some D&D math,
I haven't seen it. So which one is that?
It's a level 15. It's 5. It's not going to tell you on there.
Right.
I'll read it to you. It's custom poisons for an archer, for a ranger. It costs 5 points to use, skill points.
Okay.
It does 2d6 damage immediately, and then deals an additional 2d4 plus 1 for 2 more rounds. So like I said, that's math. So that 2d6 is 7 points of damage, and then 2d4 is 5.
Oh, wow.
Then plus 1 is 6. So that's 7 plus 6 plus 6 is 19 points of damage over 3 rounds.
Wow.
Where there's a warrior one. So that's actually a little bit higher than Insidious on your guy, but mine costs 5 points instead of 3.
Oh,
So Insidious, what's it called? Insidious.
Insidious Distraction.
There we go. I wanted to call it Insidious Trap, combining 2 skills. But
Yeah.
Insidious Distraction on your guy with 50 quickness is actually more damage. Or it's not more damage, but it's more efficient because you spend 3 skill points instead of 5.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that, it's still pretty great.
Right. I haven't even seen those level 15 skills yet. I
haven't gotten any.
Yeah,
I had to buy it.
Died and lost 4 shards so far. And I know. And like
I've only found 2. You've lost 4? I've only found 2. And I got 8 heroes, bro.
Oh my gosh. And so I haven't found a whole lot of skill books though.
I found quite a few.
And so I have bought up some like specific heroes and situations. Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think Insidious Distraction is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I think the Mage Armor one is pretty good for the price. It's not one of the best ones, but people are putting it at the floor, and I think it's a lot better than the floor.
Yeah. Sly Evasion's okay. Not great.
Yeah. Drows. So I like Drows on the Mage too, and Haste. Anything that'll let you hit them more. By either messing with their defense or boosting your attack. That's why I like the trap. I like haste
and boosting. And also, do you like the boosting your own like armor mitigation stuff, like Force Shield?
Yeah, I like that. I like that one. Force Shield is great.
Yeah,
I don't really have any of the other ones. I don't have the Blade Form Parry, unfortunately. That was a good one for the warrior.
Okay,
that one's expensive.
Okay. All right, so I'm loading up.
Is this your backup ranger? Or
who's got wrecked yesterday, and he's died like 2 or 3 times. Well, but he's still a decent hero if I just give him the right stuff. And so I can still like here's where I'm at on my.
You're missing a 2-point skill as well.
Oh, really? Was there still 2?
Yeah, I think you can do a healing one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I like herbal knowledge better.
Herbal knowledge over the heal one, right?
Yeah, I think apply poultice is the worst skill in the game. Just because unlike the other 2 classes, the ranger already has a 2-point heal.
Right.
And I think the flat dodge is better than a little more heal personally.
I didn't even know what it was when I first learned it. So I just put it on and
yeah, so a D12 is 6.5 healing on average, and it's really inconsistent. Whereas poultice herbal knowledge gives you 3 points instead of 6.5, but the buff is good.
Yeah. Okay, so now with this guy, I want to equip. Okay, I want to come to the shared stash actually and get this helmet. That's what we're doing here. So now, and yesterday I spent 8 hours doing this, like debating back and forth. So a chest piece and leg piece would be good to have for him. So if I come back, because we want to go battle, we want to see the action here. What time is it? Okay, and I got to go here soon.
Why don't you just pick your best one?
Yeah,
kill one guy at least.
So before I go, let's
run.
Yeah, let's look at this. Mage has some good items here. Here's a headpiece, mythic, and it gives 7 agility. Perfect.
Level 12. That's good
for level 12. And then a leg piece, but he's got 9 quests left. Hang on. So I'll have 5 quests left.
You need 4 to get to Dark Tower and 1 to fight.
Okay. So I'm good. I can give 2.
Right? Forest, bog, peaks, tower. That's 4, and then fight. Yeah. Although you won't be able to run and try again tomorrow on it.
Now here's the dilemma here. This headpiece is probably better than
that
this.
One seems. See, I would value passing on level 16 gear at this point.
Right.
Big time. Because even the really good 12 gear.
Yeah. And this
although some of that 12 gear is really, really good though.
Yeah, the only thing that's good about this is the agility.
See, that item's not that great to me.
It's not.
No.
Even though it's a mythic.
It would be really good if it was giving like 8 dodge or something. Then you really have to consider it. But it's just those stats I don't think is good enough.
Versus this one is so much better.
Because that one gives you,
carry
30%. Oh, that's insane.
30% versus 17.
Wait, what are you wearing?
I'm 30%. Wearing one that, see, this one gives me 11 wisdom, and that's where I'm kind of thinking.
That's on your mage?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the wisdom
8% more armor.
It's an 8% difference.
Look at it one more time. One more mitigation. Harry's pretty close.
Yeah,
I think those are really close. See, this might be the situation where I was talking about, where I wouldn't necessarily.
Right.
And you can keep it with you and kind of change your mind.
Right.
Because basically one is more offense, the other one's more defense. So like you can't change your mind in the middle of the fight anymore.
Right.
But if you just can't beat it going all offense, after 3 or 4 days, you could just switch it up. Or you could give that to somebody else, because that one's really good.
What do you think about, so this mythic shoes gives 7 hit points. That's
7's a lot. I don't think, I could definitely see those.
The armor knit is nothing special, but the 7 hit points.
Yeah.
Is like nice.
What shoes are you wearing?
Oh, these are awesome beast shoes. Bonus damage. Way
bonus
better
damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually, these shoes are better for a warrior though, because of the 5 strength. But I'm thinking, if I just pass off this hood, I'm still got it, and I can use them both at the same time.
Yeah, that way, because somebody will definitely use that hood.
Right.
Shoes, somebody might use those shoes, but they're 12s instead of 16s.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a ton. That's a 12.
So I would say leave one of the hoods. Decide if you want to be more offensive or defensive.
Okay.
Because I think they're pretty close in value.
Yeah, I agree. And I've totally leaned more towards what you're saying. But 11 wisdom, man, that might bump you
a lot.
Full damage. Like,
it might be 2 damage. You can check it.
Yeah. And I just want to go.
All right.
Okay, so shared stash, inventory. We're going to pass off this hood. Move to stash. Okay. And then I think I do want to pass off those legendary boots as well. But so real quick, I want to come back to that archer. And move the hood. And then I won't worry about where to put the shoes. Even though this hood is also, it's made more for a mage. But it doesn't matter that much.
No, it doesn't matter. That's not really made. That's made for anybody.
Yeah, it is. It's just got the wisdom and charisma. Okay.
Yeah, not much though.
Right. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
I did it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got confused. Go ahead.
Okay. So now I can come and equip that. I did it again.
Shit.
I'm the biggest idiot on earth, dude. Oh,
You need 2 heads.
But this is definitely a better hood for him. Okay. I'll probably move that freaking helmet. That's 4 quests.
Yeah.
Dude.
You got too many heroes, dude.
I know this has happened.
Can't keep them track.
This has happened so many times. Okay. So real quick, going to come back to this mage, play, and I'm going to come to the shared stash. I'm going to come to the inventory. I'm going to move in.
Wait, was it that one or the legendary?
The legendary's wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also
7 hit points.
It's 6 hit points. The other one is 7. So that's our awesome shoes. But I've got 5 skills quests left. We're going to battle.
Let's go.
I think.
Skills. You got 2 haste and the rest are ice balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 knit.
And 1 mental knit. You got it.
You got extra.
All right. So we're going, baby. We're ready to go. The inventory, he's equipped. He's good to go, baby. Let's go. I could use a better offhand item, but like adding 1% parry versus a bonus damage, 3 wisdom, 3 quickness.
It's a D6 plus 1 is 4.5 damage. How much is the other?
The other one is 1d10.
5.5. So that's 1 more damage and 1 more parry.
But it's guaranteed to 2 damage instead of this one could get a 1. It's like,
yeah, that's variance.
yeah,
Always deal in expectation, not variance.
right. So this one also adds
3 quickness and 3 wisdom. I would take that.
Yeah. See, but it's like a level 16 item versus a level 7. Like,
yeah, I've noticed that too.
Killing me.
Like the best mage item I have is one of those. Look at that thing. Dude, look at that thing.
What thing?
11% mit chance.
I know, but
I think you want that.
It's 2 bonus damage.
So that's 2 instead of 4.5. But you get 11%, 11 and 2/3% mit chance, 2 mit, less parry to be fair.
Yeah, less parry.
I think it's better. It's more defensive, but it's better. 11% armor mit chance is so much.
It is.
You can't get that anywhere else. That's going to put you up to like 70, isn't it? Weren't you at like 58?
Let's take a look. And what was this? Oh, this is a level 12, 1d4. Yeah, see, no good.
See, I got that same one. That D20, a legendary, is like the best offhand I found for my level 18 mage because it's got so much armor mitigation proc.
Yeah, less parry.
It's got less of other stuff, but that 11%. What's your character sheet say for your 74?
74.55.
That's where you get to really break the game.
Yeah, man. He's just a freaking monster. It did even give another wisdom too.
Yeah, it didn't. It hurts your damage by like 1. It hurt a couple other things by a little bit, but I think that's your best loadout.
Okay, well, let's go. Hurt the parry a little bit.
Oh, and you only got 25 quickness on this guy. So if you get a deadly guy, I think you need to run quick.
Well, see, that's what that other one did give was 3 more quickness. Should I go with that?
It's up to you.
Just because of the quickness, that was another.
I like 75% armor mitigation chance personally.
Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm really not scared of losing this battle.
Yeah.
It does give me more parry too, but
and like I was saying, if you're gonna run, I would recommend you do it early, not late. So even
I'm gonna be like confident. I'm just gonna like go after him. I've got all these skills.
It's not about confidence. It's about the numbers.
You're right. Okay, well, let's go.
It's about risk reward.
Mysterious forest. I cannot believe I did that. I wasted like 6 quests yesterday doing stuff like that.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't keep track of it.
Times. I wish there was like an undo button once because, oh my gosh, I've done that so many times. Okay, foul waste. We're going all the way. We're doing this. Dark Tower.
Doing it live.
So can I even fight him yet? Or do I have to fight this guy?
I think you have to do the slavers first. I haven't tried it.
Here we go. Slavers Row. He's level. Yeah.
200 brutal. It's a tough one.
Oh, it's brutal.
It's a really tough one. And you're at 25 against 26. So this guy has haste, right?
Yeah. What?
So you could probably run if it starts going really bad.
Yeah,
with the
that's
haste.
true. Yeah, I can almost for sure run with the haste.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would I would definitely try it.
Yeah, because he's such a you're gonna see, baby. So I got 2 haste. So I'm gonna use one right off the bat.
Yep.
And then save one. Okay.
Save one in case you need to get out of here.
Yep. All right.
Because brutal is one of the worst, except for deadly. Brutal's the worst.
Boom.
Nice.
See, and this is what I find when I have guys with jacked items. Like,
yeah. So
it's
now
like-
every other round you do the thing.
yeah,
The
use
snowball. What's it called?
yeah,
Ray of
the
Frost.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 7 of those.
Just keep hitting them.
Boom. See, I'm already beating him. I'm still beating him, even though he just crit me.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Now you can heal if you want.
Yeah, I could. Go ahead and throw in
Might
that
as well.
dodge. Yeah.
Because you're on your last quest, so there's
Right. Oh, it's a mental knit. That's right. Okay.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What did that give me? I missed it.
I missed it too.
Okay. Let's go. 7 to
Right.
13.
Not great.
Now I can use
Ray of Frost again because it's about to wear off.
Uh-huh. Got 6 of them left. 15. Good.
Nice. Pop.
Boom. He
Hanging in there.
yeah. 104 to 131. So I'm kicking his ace. Let's go. Now he's at 100.
Okay, it's close.
Looking good. 15. Booyah. And I will use Ray of Frost when I'm done. I mean, the last.
Yeah, the haste just
Start
in
the-
case.
Yeah. Because the quickness really matters at the end.
That's true, but
Yeah.
ideally you don't want to be risking it on the last round if you can.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I think you clanked it with your 70%, or else that would have been 56.
Really?
Yeah. That's what that 70% armor mitigation is doing for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
that's.
you're clanking like everyone if you see up
I
there.
know. Yeah, I saw. You're right.
Because
Okay.
he's not using any skills. You got it. I mean, I'd use the haste just for the hell of it, but
Right. I've got 2 more Rays of Frost.
that'll just kill him.
Okay.
You're good. Bada bing.
Done. Easy.
So you get a weapon.
Give me something good. Ooh,
Offhand,
See?
it's not very good.
it's not good.
It's
You're
not. I did the same thing with my mage. He got the same thing. It's not that good.
So I'm using a level 4 offense.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm doing the same thing with my mage. I have like the same gear.
and see, I think I'll be ready to go after the next boss tomorrow.
I think so too.
That's the benefit of doing what I've done.
You might need to run if he's another brutal one because that was a
Okay.
bad one.
Is it a similar level boss or harder?
I don't know. I haven't fought him, but
Oh, you know,
it's harder.
I know Kung Fu did a video on it.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody coming in, start over 2x speed, baby. Okay, so now the next.
Don't be late for soccer, brother.
I'm still got a good 10 minutes, I think. Hang
All
on.
right.
Okay, yeah.
Don't let me ruin soccer.
The only question is because I want to do the exact same thing with that archer.
Yeah.
Except okay, he's even more jacked, but he's level 17.
He's got the 50 quickness.
Yeah.
You got 2 traps and the rest insidious on this guy. So
And
yeah,
I've got 9 quests.
I think you could jack him up unless you want to leave something.
I need to leave something. Okay, so we're set on the skills. Okay. Right? Yeah. Okay. So shared stash. Gosh. So real quick, what I'll do is I'll come back to this other archer.
He needs another helmet, right? got 3 heads right now.
I'm gonna have 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just snag these boots, even though it's a little bit better for mage, but it doesn't matter. It's way better. I'm so much better having these compared to because of the 7 hit points,
Blacksmith,
more
yeah.
armor prot.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with armor proc. Like you saw that last fight, you were clanking pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Because that's how you die is you get crit for 50 something.
Yeah, you're right, man. Getting the crit, getting hit. So that's why I like the defense skills too.
Mm-hmm.
Like force shield is great, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a really good skill for level 4 and not that expensive.
Okay. So me just make sure. Okay. Okay. And then I need a chess piece. I can just leave.
So your other ranger's ready to go.
Yes. Unless I want to get
Oh,
there. I could snag that.
No, you just made some room. So the other ranger's ready to drop something off and then go. That's what you did.
Yes. And I could snag the ring to make him even better, but he's got a good ring. It's just not quite as good. So I'll show you again.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I think they're pretty even.
Yeah, they're not even, but it's, the crit and strength and hit 2 more hit points too.
I think somebody else can use that ring.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I need to leave a chess piece. It's actually decent for a ranger. And see, I could leave 2 more things. Yeah, this one's better.
What are those metal armor things? I think those are level 16.
Oh, right here.
That one.
Oh, it's
12.
It's not very good.
No, they're not very good.
This is the one. Except it does give 3 hit points, but this one is like pretty good.
You got any level 16 gear on this guy? So actually, you know what? I think once you beat the game, you can come back.
Oh, really? But then it still takes quests?
Well, but I'm saying once you beat the game with a guy, that guy can come back and feed other guys.
It's this one. It's this one right here. See that if you like armor mitt proc, now it does.
That's a good one.
This is like made for a mage more.
So I don't know. I haven't beat the game, but I'm pretty sure once you beat the game, if you want to, you can either farm for skill books on level 15 skill books, or you can come back and feed other characters.
But it's probably going to eat up those quests.
Yeah, but if you beat the game, who cares?
Well, because you want to be a higher rank. If you're eating up quests, it hurts your rank.
No. Once you beat the game, you're locked into that position.
Oh, really?
And then you just have free play to either farm NFTs.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure because Franz beat the game and has been playing. He asked about that and they said he could do it. So
ooh,
I haven't done it, so I'm only 90% sure. And maybe I got that wrong.
No.
But I'm pretty sure you can.
So the armor mitt on that is bad. I mean the armor mitt amount versus I just got a super jacked up one. Super jacked. Like, good Lord. Interesting. Okay. I kind of want to leave both those. Move the stash.
I don't think that much level 12 stuff is worth it, but.
Well, it's better than getting the stuff in the blacksmith, though.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many dead guys you got.
Yeah, I got a lot. Like, it's not good. Okay, so real quick, right back to him and shared stash. Well, first, let's just double check. Yes, chess piece. Okay. Move. Leave. Select. This is my beast. We're going to go do it again. One more time. Shared stash. But see, because the armor mitt on this, 27.24.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, that matters more than the amount, but you can get the amount other places.
Yeah. So that'll go to a mage probably. Okay. So move. Or wait, these boots. The other guy needed boots. And I think these are good boots. Yeah. 3 quickness, 1 agility. Let's do that.
I would say those are pretty average level 12 boots.
Yeah, I know. They are. Oh, wait.
They're your quest, my man.
I know. 12 to 9. Okay. Coming, buddy. Coming. Gotta go.
Okay.
Coming. On my way. Yeah. Okay. See, these stupid shoes here, it always gives more hit points. Those are made more for a warrior. But like, if I have to go, like the armor mitt will be 8% from the blacksmith with nothing else. 8% and 4 versus 12.7 and 5 and 1 agility and 3 quickness. It's like, you know, that's what I realized yesterday. Whereas
Man, I don't know. I wouldn't be doing any of this, so you're not convincing me. But
okay. I gotta hurry up. I think I'm just gonna do these. All right. Okay. So now, let's go. He's ready to go, right? He's totally ready to go. Yeah.
he's ready.
He's ready. Okay. Wild Prairie. And then it's show over. Boom. Foul waste. Okay.
Tower.
Oh, hello. I was like, wait a second. I thought, okay, here we go. Which looks like I'll have to keep doing.
So your last guy had a little over 200.
Mm-hmm.
I found one that was like 175, 180.
Okay. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
Stupid, though.
He's stupid, which means chance to dodge.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Especially for this jacked hero. And the quickness is money.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. So trap. Yep.
And then just spam Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do it herbal knowledge once he gets his skill off.
Yep.
To try to dodge a big hit.
You got it. 27 right off the bat. And he did hit me, so I could just go herbal knowledge. Use his skill.
I'd wait till he does his skill for herbal knowledge.
Okay. Got it.
Try to dodge a boosted
hit. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Insidious. And this is where, holy smokes. Look at what that is. Look at that. That's like what, 22 or 23 damage?
That was 21 damage because you're at 50 quickness.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, he's got this for 2 rounds. So now
I don't have that one memorized, but sure. That's when I usually try to do my herbal knowledges.
Yeah, that's a good thinking. 33 to 33. Dang.
All right.
137 to 138.
But you got 4 more.
I've got 4 more of these monsters. 6.
Nice.
He's at 115 now.
That was 22.
22 damage. Okay. 20.
That's bad. That is not good.
That is muy bad.
You're at 91. So if he does that again, I would say I would mentally prepare yourself to run.
Okay.
You're not going to want to do it, but
I'm still beating his ass here. Okay. Miss.
You could even do the trap.
Okay.
Just for
because it does give damage.
Yeah. But
He's at 61. I'm at 91.
That's not bad. But you're not hitting him.
Yeah.
You're really relying on Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at 72. So
72 to 46.
If he doesn't crit you, you're fine. But
boom.
Like I said, you got to mentally prepare yourself. If
he's at 29, I'm at 72. Boom.
Parry clank.
Mm-hmm. And I'm out of skills. So 65 to 18.
Got him.
Game over.
Let's go. It's
all I already have this, but this is slightly better.
All right, dude. Go soccer.
Okay. Soccer.
Thanks for having me on.
Dude, you're a legend. Yeah, that's an upgrade.
Anytime. I was just sitting around watching it. Figured I might as well talk to you instead of my dog.
Bob, you're seriously a legend. Okay. I love you guys. Bob is amazing. Crypto Kong's amazing. Crypto Grady out. Love you guys.